Talk about the South Carolina Gamecocks.
Yeah, he's good.
9-4 last year. The over-under is 7.5 this year. They closed out the regular season with a 6-game winning streak, including that big win over Clemson to close things out. They were on the fringes of that playoff conversation. It was a very successful year for Shane Beamer. I think the main question going into 2025 is whether or not that defensive front seven can be rebuilt quickly enough to complement what should be a fun-as-hell offense with LaNorris, the creator.
Sure.
We call him LaNorris, the creator, on this episode for those newcomers, okay? If you've watched LaNorris Sellers, you know why.
Yes.
You know why. He is the kind of quarterback who gives you a chance every play, every game. He is fun. He is going to be fun again. He just needs a little bit of help from that defensive front. They lose a lot. Now, the more nuanced tie take that people heard in part one was me worrying about depth. Because there are 3 big headliners, 3 big names that are on lists.
I'm ready.
You know, LaNorris, the creator, Dylan Stewart, maybe the best pass rusher in the conference in the world at this point. I don't know. Nick Harbor. That might just be me, okay? We can get into that in a second.
Do you think announcers will note that Nick Harbor has legit track speed during South Carolina games this year?
Like 7 times per game.
This guy's a legit track guy.
Let me zoom out a little bit, though.
Please.
Let me examine my own take there. If we zoom out a little bit, if we're looking at the defense, this was an outstanding unit last year. Front 7 got cleaned out. Kyle Kennard, he was the all-world everything, first team All-American. He's gone. 4 interior linemen are gone. TJ Sanders, 3 linebackers. A lot of these guys are gone. The secondary, much more of a veteran presence this year.
Best player's gone, though.
Yeah.
Nicky Manwari, yeah.
But there's enough back there, I think, to be comfortable.
Yeah.
So back to the original point. It's a question of how are they going to fill those gaps. It's going to be a combination of a few transfers, a lot of younger guys. I count only 3 seniors on the projected starting lineup of this defense. So how the underclassmen perform, I think, ultimately defines the ceiling. It helps to have Dylan Stewart as a starting point.
Great starting point.
Right? He had a sack and a half and 2 forced fumbles in his first game last year. Then he went on to be a freshman All-American. That's a good starting point. You'll take that.
Of course.
He's the type of talent that down the road, you're talking him up as like maybe a number 1 overall pick. The 2 guys that I am watching, Gabriel Brownlow Dindy. I had to say it slowly. I'm going to call him GBD.
Great.
315, a former 5-star. I don't know if GBD is legal for recreational use in South Carolina.
Probably not.
But it probably is going to be outlawed around the rest of the SEC, provided he pops. We'll see how this season goes.
Yes.
Get yourself a good 15 milligram dose of GBD this year.
Yeah. Get high on GBD.
Secondly, Fred Johnson.
Okay.
Linebacker. Fred Johnson played 13 games as a true freshman, described on the official South Carolina team website as rangy, as smooth, as fast, and extremely talented.
That's how they talked about you as a second baseman in 11th grade, right?
Always.
Always the descriptor, yeah.
If he's good, Dan, he's going to do something that might be your favorite thing ever. He's going to give that SEC a real Freducation.
We love a Freducation. Shout out Mississippi State in like the early 20-teens, I think.
Absolutely.
Fred Ross? Yeah.
So I am like talking myself in circles a little bit here with South Carolina. There are headliners. I think what I am really saying is I want to know who the contributors are going to be behind those headliners and who pops. Maybe it'll be GBD or Fred Johnson. Maybe it'll be others. Again, the secondary is experienced. I like what they've got back there. Even Evan Maxwell, Dan, has some eligibility. I think he gives them a veteran presence on the back end of that defense.
Right.
So I'm curious to see what they look like on that side of the ball. Again, offensively, they're building the plane out of LaNorris, the creator.
Yeah. It's a great starting point. You're right about that. I'm not sure I'm same page with you with Nick Harbor as somebody who will pop, or I guess you're just curious about his pop potential. Yeah.
The skills are there. He's like third.
Well, I think the raw physical tools are there, but yeah, he wasn't like a a scary weapon catching 7 balls a game. Yeah.
3rd on Bruce's freaks list.
Yeah.
Right? So everybody acknowledges that there are freak athletes on this team. It's not just him. LaNorris Sellers was like 33rd on Bruce's list. Let me start with him, though, okay?
Mm-hmm.
Elusive as hell. He forced 18 missed tackles alone in that Clemson game. He's a really good deep passer. How Shane Beamer uses him will be interesting. The answer could be however the hell he wants.
Right.
Because it seems like he can do a little bit of everything. None of us should question the creator. I don't question the creator this year. I think he can do it all.
Yeah.
And I don't really question their 2 returning tackles, but I question the interior line. I question what the running game looks like now that Rocket Sanders is gone. I'm still waiting as you
new
are.
Offensive coordinator, too.
New offensive coordinator.
Mike Shula, yeah.
I'm still waiting as you are, as everybody is, for Nick Harbor to show more than just flashes.
Yeah.
There are questions about this offense outside of LaNorris Sellers.
I agree.
Right? They need receivers to pop and stay healthy. They need Rasul Faison, their transfer running back from Utah State, to get his damn waiver through the NCAA so he can play.
Mm-hmm.
I realize these aren't the only guys, but at least it seems to me like LaNorris needs some playmakers around him.
Yeah.
And he cannot do it all. He might be fun as hell if he's trying to do it on his own. But some of these other names that I'm mentioning, Mazeo Bennett, like some of these guys need to pop and give him a little bit of cover because he will not be able to do it all on himself. There's just no way. He's a big guy. I think he can withstand the pressure of an SEC schedule. 6'3", 240. That's a big dude who can do all these things. He needs some help.
I think South Carolina is going to be good. I don't think they're going to be a team with the ceiling of last season. And even last season, there were issues, and they needed everything from LaNorris Sellers to win that Clemson game because they had to overcome some mistakes from LaNorris Sellers. They finished 7 of their final 9 games are as follows. Mizzou, at Mizzou, at LSU, Oklahoma, Alabama, at Ole Miss, at A&M, and Clemson.
Yeah, buddy.
It's not a good year to have this much turnover. And I understand this is the way of the sport now, and whoever navigates this much turnover is ultimately who is going to be the ones that, come out on top. That's too much. That's too much for me. And Shane Beamer has sort of had an every other year, 1 year up, 1 year down, 1 year up, I just think they are due for a stretch of struggle and figure it out. They can be Clemson again if they're, together and have everything in order. It has the feel of 7-5 to me.
I want you to know that as we were doing this preview,
Shane Beamer has stepped down. No.
Because of that schedule?
Yeah.
I have just purchased for us the domain of
Cocktober.com.
Oh, no, Ty.
I'm going to get some interesting emails wanting to buy that one, aren't I?
I mean, you might get some huge offers. Some huge, throbbing, veiny offers on Cocktober.com. Okay, well.
Because it's Cocktober, if you're a South Carolina fan. Because of what you described. Those games in October, right? At LSU, home against Oklahoma, home against Alabama, on the road at Mississippi, I guess, November 1st. But it's going to be a very, very big,
meaty middle.
Big, meaty Cocktober, yeah.
That's right, for the South Carolina Gamecocks.
When Solid Wife Kate over some veggie enchiladas tonight, how was your day? And you're like, oh, let me tell you something. We spent $17 of our retirement.
$18.99
of our precious retirement on Cocktober. Is it .net?
No, it's .com.
.com. Okay.
We got Cocktober.com, baby.
Congratulations to you and yours, Ty. Where are we going next?
$19.99 with taxes.
Okay.
By the way, the Evan Maxwell I mentioned earlier is not actually in the secondary. He was in our Spotify comments. I just wanted to make sure he's paying attention. Big South Carolina.
Lock in, Evan. Lock in.
Lock in, baby. Come on.